was amazing, and it is such a privilege to stand here in front of you and tell my story. I wish I actually could have listened to you as well for much longer, and I was happy to forego my bit. But I do have a really lovely story to tell you today, and it really is an absolute pleasure. Shove your bums, get yourself comfy, because I know you've been sitting for a while, so it'd be really nice. Get yourself a glass of water, we need to keep ourselves hydrated. I'm a teacher. I've been teaching since 1998, primary education, trained in Key Stage 1, a long time ago, and this is my 25th year in education. I taught everything from early years all the way up to A-levels and back again, computing, curriculum, digital skills, but my passion is really looking at how we can innovate teaching and learning, how we can get teachers really passionate about pedagogical advances and supporting students to communicate their unique stories. So, let's get started. I really want to share with you how AI has impacted my personal and professional life and the magic that I see in it. How it has transformed the way that I see myself and how you guys can take some of these ideas home with you. So, what is this beast? AI is quietly working in the background of our lives, and it has been here with us for quite a long time. So let's start with the what and the how. So the concept of AI, it's really weird actually having two screens. I'm not quite sure where to look, so I'm probably going to like walk up and down. So AI has been here. Scientists, since 1943, scientists basically proposed a way to make machines mimic the human brain. And in the 1950s, the first AI programs started to learn how to play simple games like checkers. And then in the 1950s down to 1972, they started to understand new language, learning how to specifically communicate in different ways. The 1960s saw the first influences in education with language learning programs, and this really was the first time that we started to see how can AI communicate, how can it affect us, and how can it support our students. And you can see all of these developments continued with that one idea, play. AI was solely developed all the way through about how it can support learning. So, now, in 1967, Logo, did anyone use this program? The Turtle Logo robot, like back in, I think I had it in the BBC computers years and years ago, and it still exists today, and we can still use it, and it's a fantastic program in order to teach mathematical thinking. Personal tutors came about in 1980s when they started to use AI. I had no idea that we had been using AI back since the 1980s. And then something magical happened. The computers started to get smarter. They started to use logic. And they started to navigate problem solving. A huge moment came in 1997 when Deep Blue, an IBM supercomputer, wins at chess against Garry Kasparov, not just once but twice, first in 1996 and then again in 1997. Kasparov won the first match, but Deep Blue went on to win the second.
After his loss, Kasparov said that he sometimes saw unusual creativity in the machine's moves, suggesting that during the second game, human chess players had intervened on behalf of the machine. IBM denied this, saying the only human intervention occurred between games. Kasparov demanded a rematch, but IBM had dismantled Deep Blue after its victory and refused the rematch.
Kasparov never got his rematch, and he never forgave them, because really he wanted to be the champion, but Deep Blue did learn from that experience, and so they retrained it between the matches, which meant that actually Deep Blue then went on to win the second one, learning from its mistakes. Then in the 2000s, something then happened, which is that data exploded. It got more sophisticated, the computers got better, and therefore AI started to learn much, much faster. So recognise this? Is there anyone here who doesn't have a Netflix account? Netflix uses AI to personalise recommendations for viewers by analysing their watching habits and preferences. The AI system even determines what artwork will be most appealing to you based on your profile. Duolingo's AI journey began with the hire of a research director specialising in machine learning. The app uses AI to make language learning more effective by personalising lessons and using a spaced repetition system to predict when a learner is likely to do things and work out how long everything's going to take and where I need to start. And it gives me all those timings, providing learning objectives and content to generate keyword lists. And the more valid the data I add, the better the results. Adding information from my own planning curriculum, my own content, students' assessment data, gives me such brilliant results that I can then use in my own classrooms. I ask it to help write and edit my emails, so I no longer have spelling mistakes, and I sound so much better. Although, I do have to go in and edit that quite a few times because it makes me sound like a super nerd.